I must say, I hate to see him in such a state where he's not in control of himself, which sort of sucks. He's one of my favorite characters. Alright, here we go, episode 5, season 2. This one's called Regent. We're at Driftmark. Yeah, he's crushed. Oh wow. Oh wow. It's like steaming because of the blood, I think. Yeah, the small folk don't seem too happy about this, which is understandable. I mean, the dragon comes raining down on King's Landing. What are they gonna do? Ooh, there's the other bastard of Baelon, I think. Hugh Hammer. She knows he's holding Viserys' blade, which Aegon had. Must be Aegon. It's always interesting to see what Halaena thinks. Ouch. I wonder what the lemon does for the blade. Maybe prevents it from rusting or something.
And Aemond, what was his part in this?
I could not say.
Treat with the phrase to secure it.
It would be nice if they went together.
I would sooner be the lord of bones and cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood cunt and his hired dragon.
To say that in front of Caraxes is fucking crazy. Wait, what? Oh my god. Holy shit. Maybe he'll send them in as a spy or something. Show them your worst. Interesting. I want to see how this plays out.
I have hunting hounds that are more fearsome.
Hunting hounds?
My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
Seems like a... Oh, she never knew. Ah.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
Interesting. Who's that? Is that a young Emma?
If only you'd been born first.
Wait, what? Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't like Alice Rivers. She's like a villain in my eyes.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the queen?
Oh, the king.
There it is then.
Consort.
Simon's got balls of steel for even saying that, I feel like.
At a time when we must show strength.
Lord Laris.
Your grace, Aemond.
This is a cool scene. She hates Aemond. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
King has promised payment.
King has lied.
Yeah, it's a tough predicament. That dog has stayed around this whole season.
Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
Have I not spared you?
Oh wow, that's a lot of people trying to flee. Oh no. Ooh, their child does not look good. Oh, there's Vermax. Finally get to see how much he's grown. It's interesting why they would want Harrenhal. I like how we actually got to see lots of the crossing itself, versus in Game of Thrones we don't really see it. This rebuilding of Harrenhal is super nice. Obviously we know it doesn't happen, but I wonder maybe they restore it a little bit.
Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
Nice.
Congratulate him.
The wealth you brought back from Yee and a shy, inspiring awe.
A shy? What?
I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her.
That's so sad.
I would make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
Oh my gosh.
We shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Whatever Daemon has been drinking is fucking his head up. Somebody's handmaiden. Or servant. Oh, Rhaenyra's.
Move along, lass.
And choosing
I have an errand
King's Landing.
for the Lady Miss Harry. Was it worth the price?
Maybe she's seen a dream of him, you know, or what happened, maybe before it happened. Let me know what you guys think about that below. It sounded like he said something there, maybe.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
Is it though?
It's a mad sword.
Yeah. Be careful. You give dragons to... Just imagine. Give me a dragon and say I won't be a formidable force. You know? So... Is that the end? Oh my goodness. I hate to see that. I guess first things first, we'll give it a quick rating. I didn't like this one as much as the last two, which were the highest rated episodes yet. I gave them both a 9.5. I think I'll give this one an 8.5. Nothing wrong with it. It's in between an 8.5 and a 9 for me, like maybe like 8.8, you know, just not a whole lot going on. I did like the dialogue. Again, nothing wrong with the show at all. Nothing wrong with the episode at all. That's just my rating. And let's go over my top 3 favorite scenes and get into a little bit more discussion here. We got a little preview here.
If he dares face me.
You have dignities of your childhood not yet sufficiently been avenged.
Oh, Brown's Ferry looks huge, like a fury. So next week looks crazy as well. We might see the Bronze Fury. I was really hoping that we got to see him this episode, but unfortunately we didn't. But that's alright. It was really just like plot building this episode. Yeah, see, like this is crazy. This is insane. Having the head being brought through King's Landing. Cool scene for sure. You know, it's steaming. Enjoyed that. Halaena, she didn't really have much screen time, but her reactions here and when she's seen Aemond looking at the throne, it's very on par for what Halaena would be doing in the books. But I do want to know if she's seen a dream of what Aemond did to Aegon, like maybe like a week before the Battle of Rook's Rest or something. Because she's like, is it worth the price? Hopefully Aegon gets better, but this is one of my favorite scenes here, I guess. So I'm curious to see what happened. You know, it looks like maybe one side infiltrated the other. We'll see though. I definitely thought that he was going to get burned here. When he said he chose fire, it looked like he was ready to die. So I did think that was honorable. I did really like a lot of Daemon's scenes. I must say, I hate to see him in such a state where he's almost like not in control of himself, which sort of sucks. He's one of my favorite characters. Ooh, this is a... Okay, this was another one of my favorite scenes, the small council meeting when they were choosing who should act in the king's stead. I too agree that it should be Aemond. Putting Alicent in power, look where it got us. Alicent and Otto are, you know, the ones to blame for essentially the war breaking out, you could say. And she wants to be in power again. So that was sort of interesting to see. It was nice to see the Freys crossing as well, to see Jace do his part on behalf of his mum, Queen Rhaenyra. That was really nice to see, so I did enjoy this scene. I'm not sure if it's one of my favorites. Again, this episode was a little bit slower, so Corlys seems really broken down. It's interesting that he would name Baela his heir when Joffrey is technically already his heir. Like, I uploaded a scene with Corlys and Rhaenys from episode 3, I believe it was. It was just a regular clip of the episode, and someone commented on that video and they said, it seems like he doesn't like Joffrey, and honestly, I am sort of agreeing with him because he wants to name someone else heir when he already has one, you know, but it could just be out of, you know, in grief of Rhaenys, and maybe he wants to put a woman in power because it's what Rhaenys wanted, plus she got her, he thinks that she got robbed more than she did, so... I did enjoy this last scene though in Harrenhal when the River Lords came and spoke their mind. I definitely thought we were going to see Daemon lash out. So I really hate this. Like I said, I really hate to see that Daemon's in this state of mind. You know, I hope that it doesn't last that much longer, but it's hard to say really. I guess that's just a part of his character. He's the second son, you know, everything he has to work for, even, you know, something that he might not even have to work for, he thinks that he has to work for it. It's just ingrained inside his brain and his, you know, pattern of thinking and his way of life at this point. Just like how it would be for anybody else, you know, the more you do something, the more it becomes routine. So, but yeah, oh yeah, and I will speak on Alice Rivers. I don't like her. I know sort of where her story is headed, and if it's anything like... I'm not going to say any spoilers from the books. I try not to on my end at all, so then that people that just watch the show can enjoy it. But without saying any spoilers, I will say I know the path that Alice Rivers is going to take, and I hope that it's not the same path, because she's like a villain, and you know, it's not hard to see. I mean, if you're into witchcraft, you might like her character and stuff, and she might not seem like a villain to you, but to me she seems like a villain. I'm not saying she is a villain. You could say Daemon's a villain, right? So anyways, so that's how I feel about Alice Rivers. Okay, so here's my third and last favorite scene. We see Queen Rhaenyra and her son, Prince Jace, talking about dragon riders and, you know, potentially bastards or people who married into other families. It's interesting that they say that first. So instead of looking for bastards, it would make sense to look for people who married out. And, you know, Queen Rhaenyra says the blood might run thin, which is true. Ask a couple lords to try ride a dragon. It's, you know, you either die or you're giving a power of like 50,000 men to one person. Like I said earlier, if you give a dragon to me, you're depending that I'm going to stay loyal to you. Otherwise, you're basically giving me an army of 50,000 men for free, based off of the promise that I use those men for your cause. So there's that to think about. Is it really worth it to give somebody a dragon? Because you almost have to know them inside and out. It's like, imagine even giving like your best friend 50,000 men to fight for you or for your cause. You know, you're not asking for anything in return except the promise that they'll stay loyal. So that's what situation we're in with the dragons right now, and it's something to really consider. Yeah, guys, that was my 3 favorite scenes. Like I said, I give this a rating of somewhere in between 8.5 and 9, probably an 8.8. You know, great episode, great dialogue, just not a whole lot of action, and you know, not my preferred type of episode, but I did love it so much, guys. Anyways, if you're brand new to the channel, don't hesitate to leave a subscription, hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload, hit that like button so that more people can find this video, and drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. I want to know if you enjoyed this episode or what you thought about it, give a rating, and name 1 to 3 favorite scenes that you had. Anyways, it's the Oracle. Peace.